Namaste students, I am Dr. Komal Rathore, Assistant Professor, Department of Kumar Bhritya, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Today's session we will discuss about failure to thrive. Failure to thrive, as the name, first of all, we will introductory failure of thrive is failure to thrive is a chronic potential life-threatening disorder of infant and children who falls to gain and may even lose weight. Children are considered as falling to thrive when their rate of growth does not meet the expected growth rate of child to their age. More specifically, the term characterizes those whose weight is below the third percentile on an appropriate growth chart. So, failure of thrive is a chronic, potentially life-threatening disorder. So again, FTT is a term used to describe inadequate growth or the inability to maintain growth in childhood. So here is a 10 growth is weight is less than third percentile on standard growth chart. Weight for height is less than fifth percentile of on standard growth chart, and weight is 20% or more below ideal weight for height. So rate of growth is less than 20 gram per day from birth of third month of age and less than 15 gram per day from third month to 6th month of age, and fall off from previously established growth curve and downward crossing of more than 2 major percentile. So this is the criteria: attaining growth and rate of growth. So here is the classification of failure to thrive. Is traditionally FTT has been classified as organic, inorganic, and mixed. So first we discussed about organic FTT. It's occur when there is underlying medical causes like premature birth, maternal causes like maternal smoking, alcohol use, or illicit drug during pregnancy, mechanical problem present, unexplained poor appetite that are unrelated to mechanical problem. Inadequate intake also can result from metabolic abnormality, poor absorption of food, inability of the body to use absorption nutrients, and increased loss of nutrients. And here is inorganic FTT due to causes other than medical causes like poor feeding skill on the part of the parents, dysfunctionally family interaction, and difficult parent children interaction, lack of social support, and lack of parenting preparation, family dysfunction such as abuse and divorce, children neglect, and emotional deprivations is the cause of inorganic failure to thrive of children. And the mix classification has both organic and inorganic causes, can't be described alone. So causes of FTT is inadequate calorie intake, inadequate absorption, increased calorie requirement, excessive loss of calories, and altered growth potential or regulation. Altered growth potential and regulation. So first is inadequate calorie intake. So here is incorrect formula preparation, negligible excessive juice consumption, not solid intake, poverty, behavioral problem affecting eating, and non-availability of food, and misperception about diet and feeding practice, error of formula reconstitution. Dysfunctional parents-child interaction, child abuse and neglect, behavioral feeding problem, mechanical problem with sucking, swallowing, and feeding. If any disease having patient or children, primary neurological diseases, and chronic systemic disease resulting in anorexia, food refusal, and neurological problem. Second is inadequate absorption. Inadequate absorption is cystic fibrosis, celiac disease, vitamin deficiency, and hepatic diseases. They all are diseases is inadequate absorption, having inadequate absorption to the child body, so they are failure to thrive. Increased calorie requirement. In some diseases like hyperthyroidism, congenital heart disease, chronic immunodeficiency disease, chronic respiratory disease, and neoplasm, chronic or recurrent infections like they all are the main causes of increased calorie requirement, but the body not get fulfill their need, and student or children's get thin very fast. Excessive loss of calorie, persisting vomiting, gastroesophageal reflux disease, gastrointestinal obstruction, increased intracranial pressure, renal losses, renal tubular acidosis, diabetic mellitus, inborn error of metabolism causes FTT. And next is altered growth potential or regulations. Altered growth potential or regulation is due to chromosomal abnormalities, endocrinopathies. Now, clinical feature is that height, weight, and head circumference do not do not match standard growth chart. Weight is lower than third percentile. Growth may have slow and stop after previously established growth chart. Physical skills such as rolling over, sitting, standing, and walking are decreased. Mental and social skill are decreased. Secondary sexual characteristic delay in adolescent's age. So they all are clinical features that leads to the failure to thrive of children. So we have to manage that, and the management protocol is very necessary to think about all the symptoms and all that clinical features. So children with FTT required 50% of recommended dietary allowance of calories for catch-up growth, correlations of any underlying diseases, improvement in caregiver skill, improvement in caregiver skills, regular and effective follow-up. If giving regular and effective follow-up, uh, children's growth chart uh, speedily give on. And regular and effective follow-ups is very effective to children. Treatment may also involve improving the family relationship and living conditions. So if the all conditions are equal, then children's grow up very fast, I think. So other symptoms like constipation, excessive crying, excessive sleepiness, that's called letharginess, irritability, minimum smiling, avoidance of eye contact, and unresponsiveness is treated very fast for all this management. So first of all, holistic evaluation is that first of all we have to history taking and examination and test. So in history taking, first of all, parental, in intranatal labor, delivery, and neonatal events, medical history of child, social history, and nutritional history we have to take. Examination and test where performs is that physical examination, Denver development screening test we have to done, a growth chart outlining all types of growth, complete blood count CBC have to be performed, and electrolyte balance checked. Hemoglobin electrophoresis, hormone study including thyroid function test, X-ray to determine bone age, and urine lysis. Feeding interval should not be greater than 4 hours. A maximum time allowance for sucking should be 20 minutes. Eliminating distracting events. Avoid excessive fruit juice. For older and younger children's, meal should be last for 30 minutes. Solid food should be offered before liquid. Environmental destruction should be minimized. So last conclusion is that failure to thrive is descriptive term, not a specific diagnosis. Failure of thrive is a result of inadequate usable calories necessary for child metabolism and growth demands. Simplify approach to FTT by detailed history, thorough physical examination with primary caregiver, initially investigations including complete blood count, ESR, urine analysis, urine culture, stool for ova and cyst of parasites, any worm infestations, trial of nutritional therapy with calorie dense diet. So, last, prevention is the better than cure. Initial failure to thrive caused by physical defects cannot be prevented, but can often be correlate before they become a danger to the child. Maternal education, emotions, and economic support system all help to prevent FTT in those cases where there is no physical deformity. So thank you. I hope you like that session. If you have any query, any doubt, so please ask me in next session. I will definitely resolve all that problems. So thank you. Thank you so much.